Good morning, guys. Just putting the final touches here on this thing, getting ready to kick us off. It's going to be a short one this morning, but we got a lot to pack into a short period of time. Thank you so much, Robert. Appreciate it. Glad you got around to seeing that. I really can't say enough about that stream and how well it went. Definitely a turning point in the history of the channel, no doubt about it, man. Had over 2,000 friggin' views in 24 hours. I still don't know how that happens. SLS in the house. What's up, baby? I wish I had a normal voice, man. It just depends on the time of the day, brother. And how much sleep I got. I mean, safe to say I don't walk around going, ooh, yeah.
Blood money, red candles, devil in a blue dress, working in the shadows, cold women, love scandals, smile like the switches.
Midwest hails new. Originally Northeast, now I'm in the South. And I've picked up a few of the words and terms and slangs and stuff, but I don't think I've developed a Southern accent. I could never pull that off for very long. Oh yeah, man, I was checking out Brian's. He was been on the streams before, and he's got the YouTube videos up on his channel, right? It's like 3 videos about. I thought that was a great promo he put together too, man. Does a good job of recapping the whole Tough Enough thing and a couple of bad breaks, and really enjoyed the little promo we cut in the living room. I thought that was solid work. He has a radio show on your network now. What network are you on that you have a radio show? Or that he has a radio show? All right, we're officially going. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. This, as you may have noticed by the title, and if I can find, oh, there it is. It's hiding on me. Is the Ringside Report. So the Ringside Report's kind of a little something new. This is going to be the program I run anytime there's some kind of breaking news going on or just a wrestling-related subject matter, which we got a couple of things we're going to discuss in that. So that's kind of why it's going to fall under a Ringside Report. And I might start doing this after some of the live shows as well. I generally enjoy catching up with some of the chat that went on that I missed and just getting people's feedback on the show in live time. So that'll be the Ringside Report. And the wrestling-related stuff to the Ringside Report, well, we're going to cover the stuff. The channel, I finally put together a schedule that I'm going to do my best to stick to, but it also helps you guys to find out what time and day I'm going to put different stuff out there, and hopefully I got something for everybody to enjoy in that. The other big news is this Monday, if you have not heard, the 2K19 official press conference takes place. Why they didn't just do it at E3, I don't know. Guess they wanted a spotlight to themselves, you know, because 2K is that good. Who am I kidding? All right. Anyway, I think it goes down at, I heard 8 a.m., which sounded ridiculously early. And I don't know if that's East Coast or West Coast, so I'm going to get a little more detail on that. I may live stream it and just kind of like be, you know, talking over it and stuff. I don't know how I'm going to pull that all off yet, only because I'm worried about a copyright issue. But I've seen a lot of people over the E3 weekend doing it, and nobody seemed to got slammed. So, I don't know. I'm tentative on that. I might just kind of have the audio running in the background, and because we could all basically watch the live stream if you want to do that. But either way, going to have a full breakdown on what is discussed about 2K19 this Monday. And as soon as I get a little bit more detail on the time frame, I'll let you guys know. Now, I finally got a break that I much needed, where I'm going to have a lot of free time for the next 6 days, in between a couple of appointments and things. So I will be posting all kinds of vids and stuff and doing some live streams starting probably tomorrow morning, right around this time. Actually, a couple hours earlier probably than this time. And that, I believe, is going to be Championship Wrestling from Florida. Let me see what else we have here. All right, I'm going to give you guys a quick look here at the planned schedule. So keep in mind, we have 2 channels. We obviously have the YouTube channel here, and then we've got the Twitch channel, and we'll get into that separately. So right now for the YouTube, which is everything with the red background, Tuesday mornings, 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is what I've been generally doing. It will vary. It'll either be AWA, NWA, LWF, CWF, and I didn't put it up there, but also UWF now is in that list. So it could be any one of those things at 1 a.m., and I may do more than one a night. It just depends on my schedule, my sleep, and plans. So I might bang a couple of those out Tuesday morning starting at 1 a.m. Wednesday morning at around 1:30 a.m., we're going to run what we call In Your House. In Your House can be anything. It'll be a house show, again, from any of those promotions. So for our basic FWF promotions, which is basically everything that falls under the banner, Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, pretty much as it's been. Okay? Now what I want to start doing is branching into the early AM hours on the East Coast here, since I'm generally around for those. And Thursdays at 8:30 a.m., we're going to get back to doing the Legends retro games and tie it into an open mic kind of thing like we're doing now. So I did it for a little bit, and then, you know, all this other stuff has been going on between the doctors and whatever else, and I've gotten away from it. But I want to break out some of the old classic retro wrestling games, throw some matches up on the screen. We can just BS about it and stuff like that. And Thursday mornings, 8:30 is when I'm targeting to get that done. And hopefully that'll all work out. All right, now we're looking at some YouTube and Twitch, and it's going to be on the Twitch channel, but it'll be this In Your House basically is going to be a select group of matches that will be compiled into one video. And what I like about Twitch, which is a little bit different than YouTube, is you can schedule a premiere. So I can tell you guys right now that I can have the video all done, edited, posted up there, and it will go live whatever time I tell it to go live. So that is going to, that's to be determined yet. I haven't figured out the time slot I want for that, but I have a lot of leeway simply because, like I said, I can set it up for any time I want, and then it's good for up to 2 weeks for you guys to view it as a viewer's choice on demand kind of thing. So that's going to be the In Your House that you see. Now, there may be a separate In Your House for like LWF, but totally different than this. And let's see. Boom. Now, as we switch over to the Twitch channel, and if anyone's not familiar yet, twitch.tv/Vince_McSham. And that is where we are going to have all of the Rise shows. And Rise has a name now. It's Rise Revolution is the name of the weekly program. And let me see here. I thought I had the time slots for that too, didn't I? Oh, there it goes. I missed it. So on Mondays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when Rise Championship Wrestling will take place, which is also Revolution. The Twitch channel is also going to be the host for all of the pay-per-view kickoff shows, as well as Viewer's Choice, which is the one I just talked to you about. And it's going to have the In Your House highlights. So the In Your House highlights are going to have several different matches from different promotions into one special. So kind of like a highlight reel. and you guys can check those out. And they'll be up there for only 2 weeks, and by then they get kicked out. That's just the way Twitch is. All right, so now that we've covered that, let's see, I can catch up here with you guys. I've never checked out MixLR. I've heard of it. Action VR Network. Yeah, check that out. Shiki baby! I think you left too early yesterday, man. We put you in the match, man. SLS. Woo-hoo. Now, Championship Wrestling from Florida still has the Florida title, has Florida tag titles, and the Bahamas. And it's probably coming to an end real soon. Championship Wrestling from Florida is pretty close to run its course right now on the network, because I gotta move on to some other stuff I want to do, and I might need the slots to do that. But I can promise you one thing, it'd be worth it. Got some stuff coming up that I'm very excited about, and hope you guys enjoy it. All right, let's see here. We can bang out a match or two. For anyone just joining us, just a refresher that starting on this Monday, I got to get the time nailed down, but this Monday morning, they're going to have the live press conference to give us the early on news for WWE 2K18. I don't know if they're going to give any roster stuff away, and if anyone hasn't heard, a lot of stuff kind of cryptically being released by Jerry Lawler to make us believe he'll be in the game next year. Or later this year, technically. So it looks like Kingfish is in. Or he's just playing with us. One or the other. The other big news in the real world of wrestling, AAA from Mexico, as well as ROH, are making a play to promote shows in Madison Square Garden. ROH wants to run the Saturday before WrestleMania, and Vince is losing his shit. Not for nothing, dude. It's like WrestleMania's in New York, and you're doing Raw, SmackDown, and Hall of Fame at Barclay? Fuck you. Madison Square Garden, bitch. You made it sound like that, that was the Mecca. I didn't realize, because I've been out of the area so long. They're only running 2 shows a year at the Garden. And now he wants to have a friggin' cow because all of a sudden other promotions are not only going to come in, but they're going to come in and fill it up. You don't get to do that shit. If you haven't been staying loyal to them, why the fuck would they be loyal to you? I cannot even imagine the fact that WWE only runs 2 shows a year at the Garden. It's just... And not for anything, Barclay sucks. It might be good for basketball. It sucks for hockey, and I haven't heard anyone that said they enjoyed it for wrestling. And Madison Square Garden is it, man. That's where it all come from, so I don't know. But I remember back in the day, NWA tried getting in there, and they were almost in there, and then he booked a show just to keep them out. And I believe that was when they ended up going Bunkhouse Stampede at the Nassau Coliseum shortly after that. Just so they could say they did go into New York. Anybody got a preference? I'll tell you what. We're going to save that. Let's do some UWF. How's that? It almost did it again. Look at that. Well, that'll work. Where'd he go? Terry Taylor versus Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert. Some UWF action to kick us off here this morning. What I'm really hoping is that on Monday, when we have the press conference with 2K regarding 19, is that at least we get to find out about call slots. If all they do, I don't really expect them to give any of the roster away. They might give some of the major names that you already know are going to be in there. You know, they might tell us, John Cena's in the game. Really? Wow, what a surprise. I don't know how much of a roster reveal they're going to do on Monday. But I do hope they come out and tell us how many created wrestler slots we're going to get. And hopefully some of the new features that, God, I'm just hoping they're bringing back stuff like creative story mode. I don't think they are. I think they'll probably mention the mixed tag team. I got a funny feeling we'll hear about that on Monday. What about you guys? What are you wanting to hear about? What would make you happy on day one? Knowing they're not going to give away everything on that Monday. But what one or two things do you think would be cool to hear about that are likely that they would give away on Monday, day one of their release chat? And again, I'm not ready for Eddie with his music. I'm so sorry. I love his entrance. Well, a little late, but yeah, we could do it like New Jack and just play the song right through the whole match. That was one of the few things I actually liked about New Jack. I kind of thought that was a unique thing he did. It's got the potential to be a pretty good match right here. These guys relatively evenly matched. I think I got to make Eddie Gilbert just a smidge bigger. No, maybe not. For some reason, Taylor looks a lot bigger than Eddie. And I'd say they're about the same, equal. Oh, look at this, going up to the top rope. Terry Taylor going to go high risk. Oh, down in the midsection. I think it's a little bit early for that. Got 2 count out of it. All right, you guys are obviously having breakfast or haven't got your coffee yet, man. Real quiet this morning. Stiff right hand right there. Irish whip. No. Pulls him back. Needed a midsection. Down he goes. Oh, man, Eddie Gilbert caught him coming in there. Just dropped him head first into the mat. Boom. He pancaked on that one pretty good. And now Eddie wants him back up on his feet. The former television champion, Terry Taylor, is up and caught. Gilbert made his return to the UWF about 3 weeks ago when he helped Rick Steiner retain against Dr. Death Steve Williams. Oh, I thought for a minute we were going to go coast to coast with that one. He hooks the leg. I don't think he's going to get him yet. Way too early. Way too early. Boot to the midsection. Now Terry Taylor drops him. Wow. Tight DDT. Hooked that arm back. No way to protect himself. Eddie Gilbert's in trouble. Here's a 2 count and almost pulled it off. Gilbert doesn't look too good. Thought about getting up, and then he's not. I think I'm going to lay down again. Uh-oh. Terry Taylor went for it. Nobody home. Taylor looking for something to crow about. Now Gilbert got him by the back of the head. What's he going to do here? Puts him into the ropes. Hot stuff with a hot shot. That could be it. He hooks the leg. Will that be it? Not yet. And now it's Terry Taylor looking like he wants to take a nap. Hot Stuff International, the president, Eddie Gilbert, taking the fight right now to Terry Taylor. Both of these guys would love an opportunity at either the TV title or, of course, the heavyweight title. Eddie Gilbert yesterday walked away with that Money in the Bank case, and he can challenge anytime he wants, but considering that Rick Steiner is in his stable, I don't think that he's going to, but it could happen. Back body dropping all the way out to the hard floor goes Terry Taylor. Atomic knee drop. Taylor taking Gilbert out on the floor now, and it's Gilbert on Queer Street. Shoulder first into the post. Terry Taylor just driving him into the steel. Now head first into the apron. Down on the floor he goes. Referee's count reaching 7, but Taylor breaks it. And again with that short arm DDT. No way for Eddie Gilbert to even try and brace himself on impact. And he caught him with a flying forearm. That should be it. Goes for the cover, hooks the leg. And what the heck just happened there? Referee says 2, looked like and sounded like 3 to me. Terry Taylor not at all happy with that one. And now Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert catches him coming in with the fireman carry. Nice amateur move. He can wrestle when he wants to. What is Gilbert doing? Appears to be talking to himself, which is one of the signs of somebody that you want to keep a close eye on. And now Terry Taylor out there with him. Gilbert drops down the back way, Russian leg sweep, and down goes Terry Taylor. I think Eddie Gilbert might have just baited him in there. Now Hot Stuff telling him, come on up, get back in the ring. Big knee lift right there. Stands him up. Eddie Gilbert back into the turnbuckle. Got Terry Taylor up on his back. What's he going to do with him here? Face first into the turnbuckle, and he just melts into the corner. Taylor now fighting him off face first. Hot Stuff Eddie Gilbert goes down. Taylor thinks he's got an opportunity here. He hooks the leg, gets two, and Eddie Gilbert out the back door. Nice to see somebody actually hooking the leg, though. It's turned out to be a pretty good match. Back and forth it's gone. Both men have had opportunities. What's it going to take for one of these guys to put the other one away? Big elbow drop from almost 3/4 from across the ring. And Gilbert responds by going after the knee. Tremendous suplex right there. Both these guys absorbing a lot of punishment. Small package right here. Will that be enough? He's got one. He's got two, and almost. Eddie Gilbert, close. Very close. Taylor using the ropes to get back up to his feet, but Gilbert's still down. Blocks the punch, and now Eddie Gilbert scooped up in the air. Cannot escape, and he is driven into the turnbuckle. Gilbert looks like he's been split wide open. There's that DDT again. That's a third time. I don't know how much of that he can take. Wow, he's gushing blood. It is pouring out now. Gilbert's in trouble. Hooks a leg. Going for the cover. He gets one. He gets two. And it's over. What's up, Sid? Thank you, Sid. I appreciate it, buddy. Ah, Cade. Very clever. I was actually giving some thought to that early in the season. I was going to do a little shtick with, what's his name there, former NWA champion who lost it to Nick Aldis, Tim Storm. I was going to do a little thing with Tim Storm, but then he lost the title, and I was like, oh, well, too late. Because there is actually a really good call that you can download of Tim Storm. Somebody did a really good job on it. Always makes me happy to hear that anything I'm putting up here is inspiring people to do other work. That's what it's all about, man. All right, well, the last piece of news that I was going to talk about. Yeah, I saw a really good Nick Aldis. Last piece of news I was going to bring up is, if you guys haven't seen it on Twitter, the WWE is seriously considering a cross-promotion with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Probably the smartest thing they could possibly do right now, because their product is stale. And that would put the asses in the seats that haven't been in there in a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean a long time. I know most people that watch my channel really don't watch much of, if any, of today's product. But if they did the cross promotion, how many of you think you would likely be watching it? I mean, I can't imagine not checking it out. I know I'm going to check it out if that happens. How long I'll stay with that's another story, because you have to remember, most of the guys they're going to bring in don't speak a word of English. I cannot tell you in words how much I can't stand Josephus. I see, like, nothing about him that, I mean, granted, he was wrestling Tim Storm in the matches I've seen, and neither of them is good. But, man, everything about his shtick and his promos, I just can't stand him. Well, Cade, looks like Omega's contract is only got like another month or two on it, I think. So there is definitely talk about that happening. But I agree, that would be something to see. I need to see more of Okada. I've seen very little of him. I just started recording the television programs, so I've only seen his match from Wrestle Kingdom, which was a good match. I'm just not sold on all the hype yet. I guess I got to see a few more of his matches. I'll get it on YouTube here. I like the fact that they do 40-minute matches. That kind of is a throwback to the old days. They let him tell a story. And I really hope to God they keep this entrance next year as well. Hands down my favorite entrance of Vader's. Don't forget, guys, you can follow me on Twitter at Invasion Nation. Make sure you get the spelling right, just the way it is on the bottom right corner of your screen. I am doing a lot of work with that right now, and we're getting our counts up, which I love that as well. I will post stuff that is wrestling related all the time there, whether it's real wrestling or whether it is part of the FWF here. My thing with Okada, and size doesn't necessarily matter because Shawn Michaels is one of the best of all times, and he wasn't a big guy. Probably about the same size, really. Well, Okada's actually, they announced him at 6'4". I don't know how accurate that is without seeing him because they always fudge numbers when it comes to that. But his build was not very impressive. So he doesn't have the look that they talk about. You know, like when he comes to the curtain, there's nothing about his look that makes you go, oh shit, look at that. But you could say that about Shinsuke too. Although with Shinsuke, he's got the hair thing going on. He's got that face and those motions that he does when he comes down. So he's still an attraction just on his entrance alone that brings you in. I didn't get that with Okada's entrance. Wrestling PU, it is Vader time. Unless the dead man has his way, in which case then it won't be. And let's not forget, starting July 4th, right here on the Nation Network, the NWA Great American Bash is gonna hit. And it's gonna hit hard, starting with Battle Bowl. Randomly selected tag teams will get in the ring and they will compete against one another. The winning tag team, those two wrestlers, will head to the Battle Royale. Yeah, I know he's got the money rating and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not saying he doesn't do anything. It just didn't make me go, ooh, look at that. Actually, that reminded me a lot of Mayweather at WrestleMania. Hell in a Cell. Vader wasting no time going outside the ring to pick up some plunder. Taking that steel chair to the back of the Undertaker, if you will. Ooh, damn, dropped him on it. And this crowd quickly getting behind the Undertaker here. That's the other thing with Okada. He's got the Rainmaker, that clothesline. Again, it's like when Stan Hansen does a clothesline, the man's like 300 plus pounds. It's very viable that he'd just take your head off with it. And Okada doesn't have that physical presence that makes me feel like a Nikita Koloff with a Russian sickle or something like that. I don't eat JBL with a clothesline from hell. When you look at the ones that have done really well with a clothesline finisher, and you can, hell, even Nigel McGuinness was great with the clotheslines. But I don't get that same vibe out of Okada's. I mean, they obviously sell it and they're using it. I just, I don't know. I got to watch more of his stuff, though. I can't really pass judgment at this point. I haven't seen enough of him. Yeah, that's the thing. If they do the cross promotion, there are so many good opportunities that they will fuck up, but they'll be there. You know, like that one you just mentioned right there is great, and they won't do it. But the opportunity is there, and that might be enough to get people to watch, thinking, hey, man, Jericho's going to turn, and then nothing ever happens. Damn, Undertaker being manhandled. The Mastodon having his way with the dead man. Well, I don't know, man. Now, the Taker, he picked up some shooter moves of his own there, especially towards the end of his career. Hell's Gate was pretty impressive. I liked that move. When he first pulled that thing out, I was like, oh, shit. I've not heard a health update on Vader since he had the surgery done. I heard like a day or two afterwards that he was feeling better, but I haven't heard anything in recent weeks, so I don't know if anybody else has any updates that you may have heard. Now that's impressive. Overhead belly to back suplex from the middle rope, goes for the cover, doesn't hook the leg. They could do that. Or they could have the Bullet Club with Omega and the Young Bucks go up against the Balor Club. I mean, there's a whole bunch of different, and again, it writes itself, and they will fuck it up because they got the worst writers in the world. But from a wrestling fan perspective, the potential is just off the hook. And I don't get sometimes, it's like, I would think Vince would be happy about what ROH is doing right now because it benefits him. He's got to know his product is suffering. I mean, he's been bailed out by a $2 billion deal with Fox. But that doesn't change your live attendance numbers. It doesn't change your ratings on Monday nights and Tuesday nights. What changes it is if there's a legitimate competitor like you had back in the Monday Night Wars. Now, TNA is clearly never going to be that person or that company, no matter what. They've been dead and buried too many times to ever be anything now. But ROH, they've always been that steady Eddie that's always been in the fight. They've always put on pretty damn good matches and decent pay-per-views. Matter of fact, I'm hard-pressed to remember any ROH pay-per-view that I walked away from going, nah, not too good. Holy shit, Undertaker pulling out the win. And the Dead Man getting it done. Yeah, I mean, Vader was a legit badass, no doubt about it. And you could. That's the thing. You could do all that stuff there, Cade. All right, well, now we started talking about, Young Bucks on a forklift match. I start to think we got Vince Russo helping us book, and that's never a good thing. I don't know if it's an upset, but I thought it would go a little longer. One thing I hate about the AI in a Hell in a Cell match, they never use the environment. They don't ram the guys into the cage at least. They don't. I mean, if you're ever going to have them go through the wall and up on top of the cage and battle it out, you got to play the match. The AI is never going to do that. And hey, that'd be a nice thing to fix for 2K19. All right, guys, I told you this is going to be a short one. I will be on tonight, early morning, however you want to look at it. And Championship Wrestling from Florida for sure. Might be doing a couple other things. Tomorrow I plan on doing something with Rise, and that'll be over on Twitch. Just a reminder right now, this is the Ringside Report. We are wrapping that up. On the YouTube channel, we're going to be looking at Tuesday mornings at 1 a.m. Eastern Standard. And it'll be a variety of different things, anywhere from the AWA, NWA, LWF, CWF, and UWF. Wednesday mornings, 1:30 a.m. It'll be In Your House, which will basically feature a house show from any of those promotions as well. So the Tuesday will kind of be their weekly programs, and then I'll just kind of splice in some stuff on Wednesdays. Thursday mornings, starting at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard, right here again on YouTube. We're going to get back into the Legends Retro Gaming and Open Mic. It'll be on Twitch. It'll be In Your House, Viewer's Choice, and that's going to feature 3 matches from different promotions. It'll have a debut date and time, which I will, of course, share with you here. And then it'll be available for 7 to 14 days on demand. Remember that Viewer's Choice logo you got with the pay-per-views back in the day? I missed that. As far as the Twitch channel goes, Monday mornings, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard, will be Rise Championship Wrestling, and that program is Rise Revolution. It'll also be the host for all of our pay-per-view kickoff shows for everything here on the Nation Network, as well as the Viewer's Choice show that I already explained to you. It'll also have the In Your House highlights. Rise Revolution, again, exclusive to Twitch. I've been bringing some highlight clips of the shows here to get you guys familiar with it. After the pay-per-view, which is going to be Crossroads, I don't think I'll be putting any more highlights over here, so you'll have to kind of check that out on Twitch if you're into it. And keep in mind, after 2 weeks, the videos go away. I can't do anything about that. That's a Twitch thing. What we got going on here? Can you summer versus winter top? I have no idea what that's all about, man. Judy Bagwell and Scott Norton, man. Book it. The name of who must not be spoken again. Wait a minute, what name was that? I thought that was only Benoit. Whose name did I speak of? How dare you say the name who must not be spoken again? Who the hell is it? Now you got me guessing. I really don't know who I would have spoken of. Thought Benoit was the only one that was off the table. All right, guys. I appreciate you checking in. Don't forget, Monday, I should have the time nailed down by probably tonight's stream. But Monday, we're going to go ahead live and kind of piggyback the 2K19 live press conference that'll be taking place. And we can just, at the time of the press conference, start talking about what they're talking about and our reaction to whatever information they may decide to share with us. And hopefully it'll be some. I don't know. I'm guessing they're taking questions. We'll find out together. We'll find out together. In the meantime, I hope everybody has a great time, and I will see you next time ringside.